Good morning, everybody. How are ya? It's your boy, Adam Handler, aka the Case Handler, aka the Shark, the partner of the Personal Injury Department at Pollock Isaac DeSico, and the co-host of this show that we call Cruising with the Case Handler. Today is Monday, June 15th, and we are so grateful that you are spending your Monday morning with us. The sun is shining. The weather is sweet. We are here to move your dancing feet, and to the rescue, here I am, or shall I say, here we are as a firm, ready to help you and your family make a difference in your life, to show you the right way that attorneys practice law, to give you not only a successful result, but to do it in a way that makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel respected, and makes you feel part of the process. If that's something that's important to you, I will ask you to save our phone number. It is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. The only number you need for attorneys that really do care and also care about doing it the right way. Here for you as always, giving back to the community that's embraced us by providing 100% no strings attached, free phone consultations, whether it's personal injury, immigration, matrimonial, real estate, criminal law, I don't care, you name it. You got a legal problem, you need help, we are here for you. Pollock Isaac DeSico. Again, my name is Adam Handler. I am the Case Handler. 844-774-3529. That's 844 ppid law. We are currently live on 93.5 as we are every morning at 8:30, Monday through Friday. We're also streaming live to Facebook and our other social media accounts. With me, as always, is the maestro, Conrad Pollock, the managing partner of the firm, the son of the founding member of this firm, and Nelson, the Maverick Madrid, another partner of the immigration department, here to answer your immigration questions for free, tell you what's going on in the immigration world, maybe give a few stories about what he's doing these days, helping people out, getting their papers and their status straightened out here in the United States. And probably, I'm guessing, David Aniki is going to eventually unmute, put on his video, and say wagwan to all those people out there that are tuning in, trusting him for decades on this radio about providing quality legal information and putting attorneys on that truly can make a difference. So, Squeeze, am I right? Are you going to do that, sir?
Absolutely, and thank you so much for introducing the show, man. As you know, it happens each and every single weekday right here at 8:30 a.m. Adam Handler, the Case Handler, always so on point, man, with everything. You know what I'm doing here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Handler and myself, we have been running the show, and he's very on point, he coordinates a lot with me by helping me to start the show, as we are the engineers. We are the show with the Conrad Pollocks and the Nelson Madrid. So I want to say thanks to him for actually firing up the show, as we connect between the 93.5 on the Facebook and all the people that's watching. So welcome to Cruising with the Case Handler, where we speak on personal injury and immigration. We're about to jump it off. Welcome to a beautiful, beautiful Monday. It's the 15th day of June, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a lot to talk about. Why? Because this is the United States of America. Why? Because you need good legal representations. You need good attorneys. You need phenomenal attorneys. And that's what the Case Handler is. So if you ever get hurt in an accident, you know who to call. Not Ghostbusters. You need to call the Case Handler. And that's Adam Handler. All right. And of course, hold up. Did you get burnt over the weekend or something, man?
Did I get burned? No, man. I just, I'm outside. I started to play a little tennis. I was hanging out with the kids, doing some work in the backyard. And this is what happens when you're fair skinned. You get, red, but hopefully they say it turns tan, All
right, no problem. So we won't get the butter, can you just turn it to a lobster there, man? All right. Anyway, so we've got, of course, Nelson Madrid, the Maverick, once again, another powerful attorney, ladies and gentlemen. This man gained my respect before he even started the show with me. All right. Years ago when I met him in the firm, and he has gained many respects out there because he's truly on point when it comes to, of course, helping people who have immigration issues. He will tell it to you like it is. If you can't be helped, he's going to give you his opinion and let you know you can't, in his own opinion. But always reach out to him and speak with him. His number is 844-774-3529. He will speak with you for free on a phone consultation, okay, and let you know exactly what he thinks about your immigration situation. Now, we've got the managing partner, okay, another practicing attorney just like Nelson Madrid. And, of course, he's the man who is at the helm, Conrad Pollock, the maestro, who fired up this morning with the keyboards. Want to say a pleasant Monday morning to you too, Maestro, another man who has got depth, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to immigration knowledge as an attorney, and he's ready, willing, and able to help all of the people right now tuning into 93.5 FM and also on Facebook, all the people who are sharing the page with their friends and family members and everyone that they know. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Conrad, welcome to the show. Nelson, welcome to the show.
Morning.
Adam, welcome again. You all do you. Welcome yourself and myself and everybody. How are you How was the weekend, gentlemen?
Nice. Short.
Very short, huh?
Yeah,
the weekends. Seems like they get shorter and shorter, you know?
Yeah, but you know what though? The weekends come quick, especially when you're working from home. The weekends come quick, but they go fast. Today is, like we said, June 15th. I'm almost positive that it is exactly now 3 months since we closed the door. What was it, March 15th, Conrad?
I think it was either the 15th or the 16th, but it's 3 months.
Yeah, it's 3 months.
It's been a difficult 3 months, but it's gone quick, that's for sure.
Yeah, I remember we had a firm meeting in the large conference room. And for anybody that has been to our office, it's a beautiful office. Conrad, Fred, and Brian through the years have really created a wonderful place for attorneys to work, and a wonderful environment, and a wonderful environment for clients to visit, which unfortunately is going to be on hold for the foreseeable future. But Conrad called a firm-wide meeting and explained to us that, we're probably going to have to shut down operations and work from home. But I remember the message that he delivered was that, the office may be closed, but our profession isn't. And I believe in many ways have picked up the pace as far as client relations and client communication. When we're in the office and the courts have been open, our primary focus is working on cases and running around like crazy people to either the Supreme Court. For me, I work in the courts in all the boroughs in New Jersey and in Long Island and Westchester. And for Conrad, it's the immigration courthouses. Well, where are the immigration courts located primarily that we deal with, Conrad or Nelson?
26 Federal Plaza is the main. It's the federal building downtown Broadway, 4 or 5 blocks from our office. That's the principal area where immigration operates. There are some courts scattered around the area as well. Nelson visits all of them on a regular basis, so Nelson can give you the specifics. But we're in the heart of it. Even Newark, is right over the PATH train for us. It's a 20-minute train ride. There's an office out in Suffolk County, which we often take field trips out there as well. Hartford is only an hour and a half away. So we're there as well.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is 2 hours away. We're all over the place. We, as I've said, immigration is a federal practice. We have clients all over the country. We have clients all over the world. In fact, we were talking about a gentleman from Greece last week who called us on Monday because he couldn't get back in because of the travel ban. Guess what? He arrived on Friday night. Of course, all due thanks to the general who used his substantial wherewithal to enable him to get back into the country.
Who is the general?
Alan Kay.
Most people have been watching this show. Who's the general, Conrad?
Alan Kay. But again, this gentleman called us stuck in Greece on Monday. He arrived in Newark Friday night.
And
no
what was his immigration status? So was he a green card
L1.
holder?
No, he has an L1 visa, which is going to expire shortly. But he was subject to the COVID ban in Europe. He couldn't get on a plane, so
Yeah.
we had to demonstrate what the reasons were, and sufficient business reason, which was legit. Guy has several restaurants here in New York, in the metropolitan area, and Alan was able to direct us in terms of who to talk to. He had the numbers, he had the emails, and as a team, Nelson, Alexandra, Alan, and myself got to work. And as I said, Monday he called us, Friday he's here.
Which is
another happy client.
Yeah, which is back to my point that when Conrad called that meeting, our work continued, and we've been continuing to do good work, excellent work rather, over these past 3 months, especially I can speak for the personal injury department. Matthew Goodstein, my associate and very close friend, who I believe is watching the show right now, just settled the case on Friday for $235,000. I mean, nearly $250,000.
Big things are going.
And we don't even have the ability to go to court, but it was a strong case, and we held out. Matthew could explain the negotiations better than I could, but I have to imagine that when we first got that call about a year and a half ago that they wanted to pay, I think 75 or 80,000. It took what's the right word? I want to say chutzpah, but I don't know if a lot of people out there know what that means. It took some balls to say no, because listen, we know at the firm with respect to personal injury that you got one chance to get it right. And this client that we got 235,000 for, listen, 75, 80 grand sounds like a good deal, but during the time that we were negotiating, her medical bills were still increasing. Her pain was still there in her knee. So we understand, you got one chance to get it right, and you got one choice of attorney. You can always switch your attorneys down the road if you feel uncomfortable with them, but you got one choice of attorney, and that attorney you want to ride to the end. So she had one chance, one choice. She chose the case handler team, and now she'll be getting $235,000 tax-free to compensate her, for her injuries. And it all starts with that phone call.
Adam, you mentioned when this all began 3 months ago, and now I can say at that time I was a little concerned. I was nervous. I mean, we've been practicing for 30, 35, 40 years, whatever it is. And this is the first. We've seen all kinds of crazy situations. I mean, our office is right around the corner from the World Trade Center. And we sat through 9/11. You watch the towers go down outside our back window. We've seen all kinds of craziness. The 2008 market crash. When people are jumping out of windows. We've seen it all because we're close to Wall Street. And this was a unique experience. It's been a unique experience, still is. And I was concerned about whether we could handle this. And something, we've adapted. Our firm continues. Actually, people have gotten used to dealing with their attorneys on Zoom, virtually. Actually, people are comfortable with it. We're going to be reopening our office in a couple of weeks. Right now, the anticipated date, by the way, is July 6th, right after the July 4th holiday. That's the anticipated time we're going to reopen all of our offices, both in Brooklyn as well as Peekskill, as well as in New York City. It's been certainly an interesting 3 months, and I think we weathered it pretty well. Our firm is intact. We're doing our work. We're achieving results as always, and people are calling, and people are still looking to us. It's just the only difference is they just can't walk in the door. They have to see us this way.
Okay. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Conrad Pollock, Nelson Madrid, and Adam Handler. We've got immigration attorneys. We've got personal injury attorneys. Good morning, Matthew Goodstein. Big things are going. All right. So we got to say much respect to Matthew Goodstein, one of the better personal injury attorneys, one of the better attorneys out there. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, reach out. We are the case handler team. And we cruise every morning right here. Okay, weekdays. So everybody out there right now, let's get fired up. Come on. It's a Monday. There are no blues. Let's just do it right. Let's get fired up. You've got good attorneys ready, willing, and able to help you. Love these guys. The number to call right now, the number to store right now, dial it, make it ring 15, 20 seconds. It's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Dial the number, store the number. If you need an attorney, or when you need an attorney when you get in an accident, you will need the case handler. Immigration is something that is ongoing. At some point, you will come across someone who will need a good immigration attorney. So let me give you the number slowly. 844-774-3529. And kudos to the people who have not only taken advantage of the free immigration phone consultation, but also who hired the firm PPID. You're already reaping the benefits because you've gotten that good information. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, just want to jump right into it this morning. I'm going to fire up a question for the immigration team. Adam Handler, I'm going to make you co-host on the Zoom, so this way you can get fired up with, of course, your true success story. That's what this show is all about, making people understand that we are a team that actually works. All right? Okay. All right. Okay. Question 1. I am a F2A child under 21. I am on the NVC step, and I submitted my documents 3 weeks ago. I am actually in the US because I have a B2 visa, and was just wondering, can I continue? Hold on 1 second here, folks. Can I continue the process without leaving the US, like an adjustment of status? Here we go.
Maybe. It depends how old this person is. He's in a precarious situation. He has to be under 21 in order to maintain that F2A status. Once he turns 21 and becomes F2B, and the priority date, the timing, the amount of time that the case is going to take dramatically increases. F2As typically take 2 to 3 years. F2B can take up to 10 years. He has to be in legal status the entire time that he's here. So it really depends what his priority date is, depends how old he is, depends how much time he has. I'd be curious to know how and when he got that tourist visa too, because if he applied for that F2A visa through his parent before applying for that B2 visa, and he didn't mention that he applied for his green card before applying for that B2 visa, he's going to have a problem because that would be considered misrepresentation. This is a person who needs a lawyer. This is a person who needs PPID. Call us.
844-774-3529. That's the voice of the maestro, aka Conrad Pollock, managing partner at the firm. Okay, managing attorney at the firm, practicing attorney at the firm. I could go on. The number once again is 844-774-3529. He's got 36 going 37 years of experience in immigration. Let's get to
Nelson, that's the kind of client that he ends up doing it himself. And in 6 months, when he gets denied for fraud or something like that, they're going to call us and say, hey, my lawyer did this, or my neighbor did this for me, and can you fix it? That sounds like, I could just see it coming. 6 months from now, a year from now, he's going to say, I sent in a question on the radio and you guys were right. Meanwhile, he's applying through the NVC, which means he's going back to his country. He may be eligible to adjust his status, which means he doesn't have to leave the country, but he has to jump through various hoops in order to accomplish that. So, and it sounds to me like he doesn't want to go back, and that's probably a good idea because of the travel ban that's currently in effect. If he does go back and process through his consulate, guess what? He's going to be subject to the travel ban, which is probably why he's asking the question.
There you go. Now you can see the depth, ladies and gentlemen, tuning into 93.5 WVIP FM. Okay, once again, ladies and gentlemen, the number is 844-774-3529. Going to be switching to Adam Handler in under 60 seconds. He's going to speak on personal injury with a true success story. But here's question number 2. All right. I got my documents approved by NVC on the 22nd of April, 2020. But my birth certificate got replaced later in May 2020 after I got approved by NVC. I have been issued new birth certificate with English translation. Do I need to update it to the NVC? How do I update the same as there's no link on the CEAC to edit, delete once documents are approved?
Well, first off, you don't get approved by the NVC. The NVC is kind of a way station between the Immigration Service after they approve the visa petition and the actual interview at the consulate. The NVC does all the processing of for the consulate post. They're both part of the State Department. He needs to make a copy of that birth certificate. He needs to attach it to the NVC forms that he has, and he needs to email it and mail it. That's what I would do. I would email it, fax it, and mail it to the NVC to make sure they have it. That's how I would handle it.
There you go. And that's, of course, Conrad Pollock, okay, fired up, answering those immigration questions. Everyone on 93.5 WVIP, make sure you have the firm's number. Everyone on 93.5 FM and also Facebook. I'm about to give you a number. If you call before the top of the hour, as a matter of fact, if you call period, you're going to get a free phone consultation. Everybody who wants to speak to an attorney for free and ask their immigration question, it's a Monday morning here. I'm about to give out the number, dial it, and ladies and gentlemen, the attorneys will speak with you for free. Off the air, privately and confidentially. The number is 844-774-3529. That is 844-774-3529. The firm decided to give free consultations. There will be no charge, like most firms and most attorneys out there that's giving consultations by way of you paying. No money needed for the free consultation. 844-774-3529. However, after the free information, okay, do not work on your case yourself. I am saying that. Okay, let the attorneys do their job, hire them, work out a payment plan with them. Or if you have the funds, take care of it. It's a priority. Link them now. 844-774-3529. Once again, this show is about immigration and personal injury. We're about to switch it to personal injury, but Conrad, you're about to say?
Yeah, I was just going to attach a snarky comment to what you were just saying. And after they get denied or after they get their RFE, they can call us then too.
It's going to be more expensive, but you can call us. Listen, we'll always take you. We'll always take you back. But you may get the "I told you so" from Nelson, or the "I told you so" from the maestro, or even from the general who said, you could have told me, and I would have called, so and so and taken care of this. But for the people that are calling in and getting the free consultations, I mean, listen, I kudos to you. You're taking the first step in making your life better and making your family's life better. But there's
Speaking
a lot of
which, Adam, let me interrupt you. Over the weekend, we got 18. We got like 30 phone calls from the show on Saturday and Sunday. I think we have 18 appointments scheduled for this week. But go ahead, finish.
No, so the people do call in and we don't have to talk about. Let's just talk about this for a few more minutes. It's important. So people are calling in and getting that free consultation, right? We're very detailed. We're very informative. We're very meticulous in what we tell you. This is what you need to do. This is what shouldn't be done. This is why you're having a problem. This is why you've been waiting, 19 months for no reason. And then there are some people that believe that, they could do it themselves and save some money, right? But it's the equivalent of doctor visits now. A lot of doctors are doing these telemedicine visits, meaning something's bothering you. You call them up, they do a Zoom, they give you a diagnosis, and then you say thank you, but you forget about the treatment. A lawyer can diagnose your problem, a doctor can diagnose your problem, but if you're not going to use that doctor to treat your problem, it's only going to get worse. So, the lawyer can give you the information, but if you think that you stand a chance of doing it yourself when you've been already waiting twice as long as normal people would wait in your current situation, you're making a terrible, terrible mistake. And
also, Adam, on top of that, look, a lot of people, and I understand. I've been doing this for more than half my life, and things are different. Things were different in the old days. 10, 20 years ago, you applied for adjustment status. There was no public charge issue. There was no Donald Trump. He was groping women back then and doing whatever he was doing before he was president, although who knows, maybe he's still doing it, they just haven't talked about it. But things have changed. You know, in the last 3 years in particular, things have changed, and people are going to find that out. You know, if they haven't already, people are going to start finding that, especially when it comes to the public charge issue, which is it's coming.
Things
Yeah,
have
something we need
changed
to
and
talk about
continue
in
to
the conversation.
change.
That's right. Things are getting harder and harder, and
Every week.
I'm looking forward. Well, I shouldn't say I'm looking forward to it, but I am anticipating 3 months from now, 6 months from now, someone's going to walk into my office and they're going to start telling me about their problem, and I'm going to say, "Wait a minute, it sounds awfully familiar. Weren't you the one? Weren't you the one that sent in a question on June 15th about being an F2A case and you're out of status? Can you maintain your status so you can adjust status?" And meanwhile, he applied for adjustment of status and got denied because he violated his status, or he lied about not having a visa, or who knows what. All right, it's going to happen, Nelson. You know that. All right, sometime this year, I'm waiting for the first one when we're back in the office, and somebody's going to walk in the door. Wait a minute, I've heard this before. This case sounds way too familiar. And sure enough, you know it's going to happen.
Listen, the phone lines are blowing up this Monday morning, which we like to see. Usually Mondays, everybody's still a little sleepy from the weekend. So I'm happy to see the response. I'm happy to see that people are saving that number. I'm going to give it out a few more times before the top of the hour. And it's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. My name is Adam Handler. They call me the case handler. Why do they call me the case handler?
What's your claim to fame, bro?
What's my claim to fame?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that big number?
Yeah, what's your
starts
claim
with a
to
1?
fame as an attorney?
Well, you know, over the course of my career, I've obtained over $120 million from my clients. Clients that have been hurt in car accidents, clients that have been hurt in construction accidents, clients that have been hurt on trip and fall and premises liability cases, people that have been injured through the fault of medical negligence. $120 million recovered from my clients tax-free. 120 million reasons why you should not be calling any other attorney if, God forbid, you or somebody you care about has been injured. The phone call is free. The consultation is free. In fact, retaining my services as your attorney is free. I work on a contingency fee, meaning I get paid if and only if I am successful for you. There is no money out of pocket, and if, God forbid, it doesn't work out, you owe the firm absolutely nothing. There is zero risk to you, and also zero reason why you shouldn't have what you believe to be the best possible attorney fighting for you and your family if, God forbid, disaster strikes. 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID-LAW. You got one chance, one choice, your case handler, whether it's personal injury, immigration, matrimonial, criminal defense, whatever your legal need is. If you want attorneys that are going to treat you like a friend or family and not just a file, if you want an attorney that's committed to treating your case like it's their most important case, you'll save this number, 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID-LAW. Again, I am Adam Handler. I'm with Conrad, the Maestro Pollock, Nelson, the Maverick Madrid, and of course, Squeeze. And Squeeze would not put an attorney on this radio station that he did not believe in. His reputation is way too important to him. 844-774-3529. That's 844-PPID-LAW.
There you go. It is 9 o'clock, and we're switching over to, of course, well, we've been here on Facebook. And Facebook, hey, listen, I got to give kudos. All the people that's on Facebook right now, everybody that's watching us on Facebook, this is Cruising with the Case Handler. Can you do us a favor? Make a comment in the section and say hi, and we're going to shout you out. You know, okay? Everybody that's watching, the top attorneys here that I brag about every single day, all right? Just put a comment, put a comment in the comment section on Facebook and say wagwan, or say hey, or say hello, or say hi guys, hi handsome guys, hi wonderful guys, hi great fathers, just put something in the comment section. We want to know that you love the show. We want to know that you like the show. We want to know what you think of the show. We want to know what you think we should add to the show, subtract from the show. Help us to build the show. We do appreciate you, okay? The attorneys appreciate you. This business guy appreciates you. Please just put the comment in that section for us, and also share the page. Share the page with just about everyone that you know. And you can do that by clicking that share word down at the bottom of the screen to the right, and you can share it on a timeline, your timeline. You can share it in a group. You can share it on a page. You can forward it to someone who you believe would be interested in this show. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cruising with the Case Handler. Adam Handler, of course, the top personal injury attorney and the most celebrated personal injury attorney within the Caribbean community here in New York, tri-state area and beyond. We've got the Nelson Madrid and, of course, the Conrad Pollux, and we're continuing the show. You just heard Adam speak on personal injury, but we got a whole lot more. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Cruising with the Case Handler, share the page. Nelson, you're awfully quiet this morning, man. What's up?
He's got to step it up. His one of his biggest fans, my friend David, is watching right now. This guy loves Nelson. Every time I see him, get Nelson fired up. So David, this is for you, man.
I'm just listening to, what my colleagues are saying. And I just want to point out, actually, Adam said something which is really interesting. We really have not stopped working. In fact, we've signed up a lot of new cases where people have been unable to contact their previous attorney over the last 3 months. So these people are extremely concerned. They've got cases pending with immigration, cases pending in immigration court, and their attorneys have basically been MIA. And they realize we are still operational. We are still doing work. We are still answering the phone. You can still meet with your attorneys. You can still discuss your case with your attorneys. So we've been signing up a lot of new cases where, again, people are they're scared. They're out in limbo. They can't, again, contact their attorney. They know we're here. And as a result, they've come to us. And we are now substituting for their previous attorney.
Yeah, there you go. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's Nelson the Maverick. Let me just say something to everybody out there and spread this. All right. There is no attorney better than this guy when it comes to the fact that many people have been arrested and then they're now seeking immigration benefits. You tell your friends and everybody, don't go anywhere else. You want to see this guy. He knows it inside out. So just call him. If you think I'm lying, he will speak with you for free for a few minutes on a phone, privately and confidentially, and then you decide whether or not you want to hire him. But I know you should hire him. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. You've paid your debt to society. You're attempting or you want to get your status sorted out in the United States. I believe that this is your best channel. And that channel is the Maverick channel at ppid. 844-774-3529. With that said, we got another quick immigration question here. All right. And by the way, quickly, I did promise that I was going to shout out the peeps who actually link up the Nelsons, the Conrads, the Adams, and the Squeeze. Okay, on Facebook. We got Maxine Forrester. Thank you so much for joining us. Maxine, can you share this to 10 people for me, please? Linda Shaw, you're always here. We're going to make you, I got to give you a name. Okay, Linda Shaw. Thank you so much. Can you share to some people for me? Join some groups, by the way, guys. Tracy Brook, thank you so much for linking us. We love you. All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get to another question on immigration. And here's question number 3, I think it is. Can anyone tell me about the I-864? I have enough income on 2019 and this year, but I don't have for 2017 and 2018. Can I be eligible to sponsor my parents?
Go ahead, Nelson.
So typically you provide your most recent
Wake up.
You provide your most recent tax return with pay stubs and an employment letter. That should typically be enough. They look to your most current year of taxes.
Okay. All right. And once again, folks, the number for the attorneys to get that free phone consultation. And then after that, I know you are smart enough to not do it yourself because they've got many new things that have come out that is going to me, and I'm saying this, disclaiming it, it's like entrapment. Don't file your case yourself. Let the attorneys do it for you. All right. They'll work something out with you. All right. The number once again is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Okay. Question number 4. My petitioner is not working and did not submit income tax returns. Man, a lot of these coming up. However, an affidavit of support was signed by petitioner and joint sponsor along with income tax returns / transcripts of joint sponsor and have been submitted. NVC is demanding petitioner's federal income tax return or transcript. How can they arrange this document or resolve this issue? You call PPID. Anyway.
That's right. He's got a problem.
Yeah. You call
Got a problem.
PPID.
Although
Right.
we've had Conrad, we've had cases like that in the past.
Of course. Are you kidding? I mean, we have them all the time. Thing
Right.
is, petitioner, there's got to be a reason why he didn't file his taxes. I mean, if the guy is unemployed or he's disabled or something, okay, you need to explain it. But otherwise, even if he doesn't have any income, he should be filing a tax return, or at least with minimal income. You know, file that tax return just to placate the NVC. Typically, you don't want to fight with them. Just give them what they're asking for, if possible, and then you get to the consulate. As long as that person has sufficient income from that joint sponsor, should be okay. Should be okay.
All right. Once again, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. You're in tune to Cruising with a Case Handler. That's Adam Handler and myself. And also, of course, the attorneys Conrad Pollock and Nelson Madrid, respectively, the Maestro and the Maverick. All right. Let's get to question number 5. Then Adam Handler is saddling up to get on that horse and not ride into the sunset, but ride on the high horse and let people know of true success stories, okay, that he loves. Okay, let's get to question number 5 on the immigration side on Cruising with a Case Handler. I need to know if I can work just with an I-551 stamp on my immigrant visa. I'm still waiting for my green card to arrive and my Social Security.
I-551 is a temporary green card stamp that the Immigration Service issues when you don't have, if you didn't get your green card yet. Sounds like this person just arrived not too long ago and is still waiting for his card to be processed, but he can work and it's a green card. It's a temporary card. Just don't lose it. All
right, there you go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Cruising with a Case Handler. You just heard from the immigration attorneys. Now, why would you not dial 844-774-3529? That's 844-774-3529. We are extending excellent attorneys to you in the capacity of immigration. Store the number, 844-774-3529. Call them now and get that free consultation off the air privately and confidentially, and then you choose whether that you want to hire them. Also, we are extending to you an excellent and phenomenal attorney, okay, who is all about the money. And every day he says something I don't like. I pray that you don't need me, but what he's trying to say is that he's hoping that you never get hurt, okay, in an accident where you will need to actually reach out to him, okay? But I believe that everyone should store the number for him anyway, because even if you don't need him, someone else will, okay? And that man happens to be Adam Handler. That man is the man who have settled well over $120 million for people who have gotten hurt in accidents. So reach out to him, 844-774-3529. I want everyone to share the page they're watching. Thank you so much. I need to get up to 50 shares this morning. Can we beat that? 50 shares. So we got a long way to go. Share on everybody's page. Adam Handler, you're up. Let's swing that bat, get that ball out of the park, work on more millions this year, because everyone who watches listens to 93.5 and watches this will be using you as an attorney. So you don't have a lot to prove because you've got the proof in the pudding right there. So talk to me, Adam.
In the pudding, man. I haven't had breakfast yet. No pudding. You can't have any pudding if you don't finish your meat. I don't know if anybody knows that reference, but anyway, it's a Pink Floyd reference. Good morning, everybody. So I can talk a little bit about personal injury. I'm always happy to do so. And I figured, because Matt, had such a great result on Friday, I figured I'd show his mug on this particular testimonial. I'm trying to share my screen here. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, here we are. All right, so this is a picture of your boy, the case handler. This is actually from about a month before the pandemic hit, and Matthew's there as well, and our client Lee. That's a name that he wanted to go by, not his real name, but when you get nearly 50 grand, you don't necessarily want everybody knowing exactly who you are. And it was a $50,000 insurance policy. He was a passenger in a vehicle that had $25,000 of insurance. And that car was in an accident with another vehicle that had $25,000 of insurance, both with Geico. And he had a choice. You know, he had a good case, and he actually had a prior attorney before us and was very unhappy with the way things are going. So he brought the case to us, and he had a choice. He could either hold out for the full 50, or you could take 49,500. And he decided he didn't want to wait another year, which actually, looking back now, was a very smart decision, because had he not taken that money at that time, you know, right now the courts are closed, all the cases are on hold. God knows when he would have gotten his money. And to fight over $500, you know, really wasn't worth it. And Squeeze, if I don't know if it's big enough, but if you could read that quote for me, I would be appreciative.
Okay. The whole team reached out to me at different points during the case. If I had to rate my experience, I would give the case handler team a solid A. There was a clear, consistent flow of information. Adam and Matt constantly communicated with me throughout the process. Everyone was more than kind, and they treated me with the highest level of respect. The team never left me in the dark, and I felt comforted by their sincerity. I appreciate how hard their team pushed for the absolute maximum amount. That part I love.
Yeah. And again, in all fairness, you know, the maximum amount was 50, but Lee made a very smart decision in taking and in allowing the insurance company to save that $500 that they insisted on. And now he's on his way. $49,500 out of $50,000 tax-free money to Lee. A really good guy. And you can see this was a serious car accident. Look at the damage to that vehicle. Yep. Airbag deployment. He was actually on that right side. See that the side where it was hit? He was on that side as a passenger. Can you imagine how scary that must have been? Getting hit like that. And he was actually driving with his cousin at the time, who, you know, there's an expression, it takes two to tango. And the insurance company were fighting with each other, even though it was Geico on Geico. They were fighting with each other as to which car was responsible. I said, guys, I don't care who you think is responsible. My guy was a passenger, did nothing wrong. You both have to pay. And that's exactly what they did. A wonderful result for a wonderful guy. And hopefully he's listening. He knows who he is. And thank you for being, you know, just a great client and a patient client. And we saw it through and knocked it out of the park. And this is, again, somebody like Nelson was just saying, this is somebody that came to us from another attorney that was very unhappy with the way he was being dealt with, most particularly because he wasn't being dealt with at all. You know, I had some clients say, yeah, I spoke to my lawyer. He started yelling at me. He called me stupid. You know, he says that I'm being unreasonable, that, you know, I'm not a lawyer. What do I know? You know, totally disrespectful. So we get those calls sometimes. But then we also get calls from the people that say, I have never even met my attorney. Somebody came up to me in the emergency room, handed me a business card saying I should use this guy or this woman. They mailed me some papers. I signed them, and I have no idea who they are. Well, both of those situations are absolutely 100% intolerable as far as I'm concerned. If you have an attorney that's either speaking to you like that or not speaking to you like that, then you have the wrong attorney. And we're here to help. We're here to answer questions, even if you want a second opinion on your case. Our phone number is 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID law.
Okay. All right. No problem. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you reach out to, of course, us here at 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Once again, cruising with a case handler. You just heard Adam Handler, of course, giving you the true success story of one of, ladies and gentlemen, the individuals that they actually help. And that is a beautiful thing. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, that number, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Gentlemen, that's it for the questions. If you have anything else you'd like to add, would love to hear from you now, Nelson.
I actually have a question for Adam. Adam, is it, dealing with all of these different insurance companies, are any insurance companies better to deal with than others?
Yeah, well, we can first start with the insurance companies that actually pick up the phone.
Right.
There are insurance companies out there. Most of them represent, I'm sorry, most of them insure the taxi cabs and the Ubers. They're basically impossible to deal with. Their excuse is they've got a lot going on. My excuse is that they're just not equipped to handle cases in an efficient and effective manner. And they wind up paying, but it usually takes a while to get it done. I find that the best insurance companies to work with are the insurance companies that insure like the larger companies, just because there's some accountability. Think about it. You're a taxi driver. You're barely making ends meet. Your insurance, you're looking to get the cheapest insurance possible. You got to get insurance. You do it the cheapest way possible. And, premiums are related to the company. So cheap premiums mean cheap insurance company, and maybe they don't have enough phones there. Who knows? But the companies that represent, the larger corporations, the larger general contractors, the property owners, those are generally like CNA, Travelers, Chubb. Those are usually the better carriers to deal with, just because they really understand the seriousness of this case, but they also have the better lawyers. And that's something that's important too. So remember, if you're hurt on one of those construction sites and you break your leg or you become paralyzed, there's going to be some serious lawyers on the other side fighting me to make sure that you get as little as possible. So even more reason to go with an attorney that you truly trust will handle your case correctly. If you want an attorney that can go up against the taxi cabs, sure, there's a lot of attorneys that can do that. But if you want an attorney that's going to go against those big corporations, that when there's potentially millions of dollars at stake, I would say, as David usually reminds his people, choose your weapons wisely. Yep. Right? You don't want to be calling, you don't want to have a multi-million-dollar claim and halfway through have to be calling the case handler saying, oh, I've never met my lawyer. My lawyer's telling me I'm a piece of garbage, something like that. You want to get it right the first time. We say it all the time. It's so cliche. One chance, one choice, your case handler team at Pollock Isaac DeSico. Give us a ring, 844-774-3529 or 844-PPID law.
Adam, one more question, by the way. I'm sorry. Do you typically know what a case is worth at the onset? Do you have an idea? Do you have a number in mind?
Right. So the short answer is sometimes. I don't know if that's vague enough. So, what is a case worth? And we've talked about this many times. What is a case worth? Well, case obviously, first of all, is worth what the injury is. The significance of the injury and the significance of the treatment and the significance of the impact of that injury on your life. But then also there's an issue of coverage. You can have, and we've had them, a case where it could be a multi-million-dollar case, but if the insurance is only $100,000 or the insurance is only $250,000, then that's what the case is worth. Generally, there's not much recourse you have above the insurance policy unless you can find assets and go after them, which is very, very difficult. So admittedly, in probably 97, 98% of the cases that we have, the maximum value of the case is going to be the amount of applicable insurance. And also, I've had situations, and we've talked about some of these multi-million-dollar cases that, we've discussed. People have come to me, a couple of days after the accident saying my back is getting worse every day, but walking out of my office, and then a month and a half later, I'm finding out that they're requiring a surgery to a herniated disc. And now the case went from something that could have been worth 15, 20 grand to something that's worth 3 or 4 million. So it's really difficult on the outset to say what a case is worth, but rest assured, Nelson, you know this for a fact because you've seen me. I'm going for all the money. I'm going for it all. So whatever the case is worth, rest assured it's going to be everything that you're entitled to, everything for your pain and suffering, everything for your medical bills, everything from your time out of work. It's exactly what you and your family deserve if, God forbid, disaster strikes.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, a group of attorneys that do care, a group of attorneys that treat you like family, and it's extremely important that you understand that. We're about to conclude the show, and yes, it's an attorney advertisement rather, and prior results do not guarantee similar outcome. However, the maestro, Conrad Pollock, the managing partner, is ready to help you. The Nelson Madrid, the Maverick, is ready to help you, and that's in the capacity of immigration. And obviously, you just heard the handler, the case handler, Adam Handler. He's absolutely definitely ready to help you if you get hurt in an accident. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I repeat the number, and I need for everyone watching us to actually store that number down by dialing it, letting it ring 10 to 15 seconds or so, and storing the number. The number is 844-774-3529. That is 844-774-3529. I think it has been a great show that we have done here at the start of the week, and we want for you to share this page with everyone so others can be a part of the next great show which comes your way tomorrow morning. And yes, I'll be fighting to have another show maybe sometime this week in the evening, all right, with these great, wonderful gentlemen that are my friends. Just want
we're gonna have a special guest tomorrow morning, I believe, as well. From
Who we bring on tomorrow?
I'm not sure yet. They're drawing straws. Everybody's dying to get on the show, so we're gonna have the lottery later on this afternoon, and then we'll decide. But it'll be a special surprise with whoever it is. She'll be providing various new information. There's a lot of stuff happening this week. Unfortunately, most of it's probably going to be bad. Our president is supposed to be issuing a new proclamation, which is probably going to substantially limit a lot of the different immigrant categories, non-immigrant categories, temporary workers. So people want to tune in if they're concerned about that, because it's coming. It's going to probably happen sometime this week. In addition, there'll be more information on this asylum ban that they just put forward last week. There's a filing fee increase coming, and it could happen this week, although more likely it'll happen toward the end of the month. What other good stuff? Oh, the Supreme Court is about to issue a decision on the DACA program. Doesn't look good. Las Vegas odds are that the odds are better than even that DACA is going to go away. So unfortunately, a lot of bad stuff is about to happen, but we'll deal with it. That's why we're here.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for tuning in. With that said, we say
happy note, right?
Yep.
Tune out on that happy note.
Yep. Have yourself an amazing Monday.
Thanks for cruising with the case center, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.